Let's go straight to the charts and maybe even to Twitter. Elon Musk had some huge news, so we should discuss that as well. So maybe we're just gonna jump right into Twitter. And this is the big news from Elon Musk. You can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. This is only in the US, international, coming soon. But here's the important part. Two important parts, actually. Tesla is using only internal and open source software and operates Bitcoin nodes directly. That is very, very smart. Elon Musk clearly understands Bitcoin a lot more than Vitalik Buterin ever did, just with that statement. And the reason for that is because you can't run your own Ethereum node, but you can run your own Bitcoin node. So Elon Musk, we need to bring the news show back with Jimmy Song. So Elon Musk is validating his own transactions, contributing to Bitcoin's decentralization. And that is really, really important. But that's not the bullish news. This is the bullish news. Bitcoin paid to Tesla will be retained as Bitcoin, not converted to fiat currency. This is the important part. I have argued this as far back as 2014. Here is an article from 2014 where I explain, and again, this is where anyone in 2014 that understood this, understood Bitcoin better than Roger Ver ever did. Because people that think that Bitcoin is useful to immediately get sold on the open market is a good thing, but it's not. All it does is drop the price of Bitcoin. So if anyone wants to take a trip down memory lane, this is almost 7 years old now. Jesus, I'm getting old. This is almost 7 years old. It's 6.5 years old of me explaining that if you pay in Bitcoin, but the person receiving the Bitcoin does not retain the Bitcoin and immediately sells it on the open market, I don't want those people. I don't want those merchants. I don't care about those merchants. Those merchants do more harm than good for the Bitcoin ecosystem. All they do is sell Bitcoin. They're not helping. Elon Musk is actually helping. It's only a matter of time before employees of Tesla start asking to be paid in Bitcoin. And that's how the circle closes. You pay in Bitcoin, you spend Bitcoin, you get paid in Bitcoin, you then spend the Bitcoin on things. People accepting that Bitcoin do not sell the Bitcoin, and they simply hold the Bitcoin to pay their employees, to pay their suppliers. That's how the circle closes. And I talked about this in 2014, and people didn't get it. People did not get it. Bitcoin is to be properly used. Otherwise, it's not innovative. It's useless. All right. Well, now let's talk about the price. It's very bullish. Someone's asking if this is bullish. It's very bullish. And when Elon starts selling a bunch of Teslas for Bitcoin, yeah, his competition is going to want to do the same. Who's going to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin? A lot of people will. A lot of people are going to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. I want to buy a Tesla if I knew where I was living, since I don't live anywhere anymore. New York apartment is on the market for sale. If anyone's interested in buying Tom Vase's apartment, let me know. It's not that expensive either. I bought it before Bitcoin existed. All right, let's talk price. So, unfortunately, the charts are not yet bullishly favorable. And this is important to discuss. As technical analysts and technical traders, technical analysis traders, I have a little bit of a dilemma. Now, I know that this break of the MRI move to the next high was only missed by $100. And on a $56,000 asset, $57,000 asset at the close, that is, too close to call. But if I was writing a bot, if I had an MRI trading bot, which I really, really should, I've been talking to my developer about doing it, but I don't know, everyone's always busy. If I had an MRI trading bot, I would not be in a short-term position in Bitcoin. I would be in cash, because this is a break of the MRI trend. And when there is a break in the MRI trend, you should not have any speculative trades in the market because you have no trend. Feelings aren't exactly a trading strategy. So from a weekly perspective, I now have to wait for the end of this week's close. And today only being a Wednesday, that's 4 days to go. So it could take a little while. But right now, technically, the weekly chart is neutral, and it's telling you not to have a trade in the market. It doesn't mean you have to follow that advice. Right now, we're hovering around the all-time high. And when we're hovering around the all-time high, my best metric for identifying whether I should or should not be in the market is the MRI. Now, we could also use the moving averages and what Tyler Jenks used to refer to as consensio. And consensio would tell you not to be concerned and stay fully bullish in the market. But the MRI tells me to be cautious and that I should be in cash in the market. So that's what the weekly chart is telling me. Now, everyone is talking about the RSI divergence, and that is true. However, yes, the RSI is diverging, but we're also consolidating, and price action is more important than oscillators. And consolidation at the top is generally bullish, even though the divergence is telling you to be cautious. However, we're above the 70% line, so I would not put too much emphasis on this RSI because of this. Like, we can, stay in that area for a while. Look at 2017. This is a much lower RSI reading in August of 2017 that even went under 70%. And yet the all-time high came way later. So, well, actually not way later, soon later. All right. Let's go to the daily chart. The daily chart, wait, that's the weekly chart again. The daily chart, is this the daily chart? Oh, man. This is the daily chart. So what is this? Are they the same chart? Oh, this is Bitstamp. That's right. This is my weekly chart. My charts are working again. Okay, so this is the index weekly. That's fine. Daily chart. This move today is basically Elon's tweet. Elon's tweet caused this. And it's not enough from a technical perspective, from a TA perspective, to jump on the bullish trade. For me, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about how I trade. Now, the news is certainly bullish. It looks like we're going to close above the short-term moving average. But I am looking at the technical picture. And the technical picture is not very bullish. Here are my concerns. We just had a brand new swing low daily close. the lowest daily close we had since March 9th. We also had a brand new swing low. These two elements, a brand new low close and a brand new swing low, make me concerned. Now, ironically, if you guys also follow my friend Ugly Old Goat, he has a very different strategy. He loves to buy an asset that is hitting its 2-week low. I don't. we have completely opposite strategies when it comes to that. He's a believer that a 2-week low is an exhaustion in the market for a potential reversal. I look at it, did we just get a brand new swing low close? Did we just get a brand new swing low? And if the answers are yes, I don't want to be bullish in that market. In addition, look at the MRI. Again, one of my favorite indicators, well, mostly because I wrote the code, but it is bearish. Now, granted, next candle could flip us into bullish territory, and then we get a green star. The green star is not a default of the MRI. It just helps me identify trends in the market. And here's the last time we had a red star, and the market didn't go way lower, but it certainly went lower well, the star would have showed up somewhere in the middle of that candle, and we did go down 10% for a $4,000 move down. That's significant. So I am taking this star seriously. And as I said in yesterday's video or the video before, this gets me very cautious and out of short-term speculative trades. I can always go back in. I'll go back in a similar move to this green star. I was very bullish on this green star candle, but it did not materialize. I am not as bearish, relatively speaking, as I was bullish on this green star candle, but it is a cautionary candle. I would not short, but I certainly would rather be in cash right now than in a bullish trade. From a technical perspective, specifically, we are talking TA. We're not talking fundamentals. Fundamentals, Elon could send this thing to $80,000 tomorrow. But right now, from a TA perspective, I'm going to stay patient. I still have this blue line at 59,000. I would rather stay patient and get in at 59 and ride it to 72 than right here, because of this technical picture is not bullish to me. You know, we are still looking at consistently lower swing highs. And I want to draw a nice horizontal support line. But technically speaking, we did get a lower swing low and a lower close. But if someone wants to draw a descending triangle right here, that is certainly within the rules. I want to expand it as much as I can. Remember the tone-based rules of triangles. You want to touch as many of the candles without breaking any of the bodies. So this right here is a very clean descending triangle, and we have to see how that materializes. I'm going to stay patient. I am not short-term bullish yet, but I could be by tomorrow. That is a big distinction between fundamentals and technicals. And I wouldn't even call what happened today fundamentals. If we go back to Elon's tweet, this is a fundamental importance of Bitcoin. This is a news event, a bullish news event, but a news event. Please don't confuse fundamentals with news. There are 3 ways to trade the markets. 3, not 2. 1 is strictly technical analysis without caring about anything. You look at a chart, you don't listen to Twitter, you don't watch the news, you know nothing. You don't even need the damn ticker. You don't need to know this is Bitcoin. One way to trade the market is technicals. Another way to trade the market is news events. What happened today from Elon is a news event. But don't confuse what fundamentals are. Bitcoin node directly. That is a fundamental. That's a fundamental property of Bitcoin that almost no shitcoin has. Ethereum doesn't have it. Cardano don't have it. Ripple don't have it. Polkadot probably don't have it. None of that crap has it. Litecoin has it. No one cares. Monero may or may not have it. Can you run your own node? DeFi sure as hell doesn't have it, and NFTs don't have it. If you can't run your own node, if you cannot run your own node, your crypto project is fundamentally garbage. It is that simple. It is that black and white. Elon understands the importance of running a node. Do you understand the importance of running a node? If you don't, strongly reconsider what you know about fundamental analysis in the crypto space. What does it mean to run your own node? That is something, one day I will end the understanding Bitcoin. One day I will end the trading Bitcoin podcast and I will start the understanding Bitcoin podcast. The understanding Bitcoin podcast would of course educate people on how to run a node. In the meantime, if you go over to tonebase.com, and you may or may not be interested in learning how to trade with technical analysis. But if you go over to the blog and you read my last article, it explains the importance of running a node. It is the third part of Bitcoin's decentralization, right here, decentralization of nodes. Please review all of these links. Then in the bibliography or in the reference section, please review the node part. This educates you on how to run your own node, okay? Running your node right there. Check that out, okay? Please check that out. All right, this video is getting too long and shit, I actually had a phone call at 3 minutes ago. So this video unfortunately ends right now, and we're not going to look at smaller time frames because I forgot I had a phone call. So good luck, guys. Top right here on the hourly. I got to jump on a call, and see you all on the next one. Totally forgot about my call. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.